Have you ever noticed a woman pulling away? Maybe she suddenly stopped texting back, or her warmth seems to have faded. It can feel confusing, even frustrating. Most men panic in this situation, scrambling to figure out what went wrong. They chase, overthink, and try to win her back. But high-value men? They respond differently. They know the exact move to make, one that shifts the dynamic entirely. The key lies in how you handle the space she creates. Instead of reacting with desperation, a man of confidence embraces the moment. The first instinct might be to reach out, ask what's wrong, or try to reconnect immediately, but true strength is found in resisting that urge. It's in embracing the silence. This isn't about indifference, it's about self-respect. A confident man understands that his worth isn't dependent on her presence or validation. His world doesn't crumble because she took a step back. When you give her space without resistance, something powerful happens. She begins to notice the absence. Most people don't fully appreciate something until it's no longer there. By stepping back, you create an opportunity for her to reflect on your value. Instead of chasing her, you allow her to feel the void. And in that void, attraction has the chance to grow naturally. It's easy to get caught up in trying to decode her actions, wondering what went wrong. But instead of obsessing over her, channel that energy into yourself. This moment presents an opportunity, not for self-doubt, but for self-improvement. High-value men don't sit around waiting for someone else's approval. They use this time to build themselves into someone even stronger, more fulfilled, and more attractive. Self-improvement isn't just about appearances. It's about enhancing your mind, body, and spirit. It's about revisiting the goals you've been neglecting. Maybe you've been putting off developing a skill or pursuing a passion. Now is the time to fully commit. Start that workout routine, pick up a new hobby, or challenge yourself in ways that make you grow. When you invest in yourself, confidence radiates naturally. You become more grounded, more focused on your own journey. And here's the thing, when she sees this, she'll take notice. Not because you're trying to impress her, but because genuine self-improvement is magnetic. You'll no longer be the same person who needed her validation. Instead, you'll be someone who's evolved, and that evolution is undeniable. Emotional control is another key trait of high-value men. When someone pulls away, emotions can surge: hurt, rejection, even anger. It's natural to want an immediate resolution, but reacting impulsively in this state rarely leads to positive outcomes. Mastering emotional control doesn't mean ignoring your feelings. It means acknowledging them without letting them dictate your actions. When you feel the urge to text her, pause. Take a deep breath. Remind yourself of your worth. Emotional stability is rare, and it communicates power. It shows that your happiness isn't at the mercy of her decisions. Most people let emotions control them, acting on impulse and regretting it later. But by staying calm and composed, you set yourself apart. You become the man who thinks before he acts, who chooses his responses with intention. And that kind of control is incredibly attractive. Beyond self-improvement and emotional control, it's important to reconnect with what truly makes you happy. Often, when someone pulls away, our focus shifts entirely to them. We start to neglect our own passions, the things that once brought us joy. But this is the perfect time to turn inward and reignite those interests. Your passions aren't just hobbies. They are expressions of who you are at your core. They make you unique. Think about what genuinely makes you feel alive. Maybe it's music, art, sports, or something creative you once loved but put on hold. Immerse yourself in these activities again. Not only does this bring fulfillment, but it also shifts your energy. When you're engaged in something you love, you're not waiting around for her response. you're living a life that is already rich and meaningful. And that kind of energy is attractive. People are drawn to those who have a deep sense of purpose and joy, and she will be no exception. A strong social circle is another crucial element. It's easy to isolate yourself when facing emotional turbulence, focusing solely on the person who's pulling away. But surrounding yourself with people who uplift and support you is a game changer. Friends, family, and a strong network provide motivation, perspective, and balance. When she sees that you're surrounded by people who value you, she'll recognize that you're someone of worth. You're not alone, and you're certainly not waiting around. You're engaged in a life full of meaningful connections. Each relationship in your life brings out different aspects of who you are. Engaging with your social circle deepens your self-awareness and reminds you of your value outside of any one person's approval. And this independence, it's incredibly attractive. It shows that your happiness isn't reliant on one person alone, making you even more desirable. This period of space is also the perfect time to set new goals. Instead of dwelling on the uncertainty, redirect your focus toward personal growth. Maybe it's fitness, career advancement, or a personal project you've been considering. The pursuit of goals keeps you driven, constantly evolving. And when you're immersed in progress, you're naturally less consumed by the situation at hand. Being goal-oriented makes you stand out. It signals purpose, ambition, and direction. When you're truly committed to something greater, your energy shifts. You stop seeking approval because your focus is on something bigger than any single relationship. And that shift creates an undeniable pull. Another often overlooked trait of high-value men is cultivating a sense of mystery. When she doesn't know every detail about your day or your feelings, it adds depth to your character. She begins to wonder what you're up to, who you're spending time with, what's capturing your attention. This curiosity reignites interest because it suggests that you have layers, that you aren't easily figured out. Mystery isn't about playing games. It's about having a life filled with purpose, goals, and personal interests that don't rely on anyone else. It's about showing that while you care, you're not dependent. When you have your own world, one that doesn't revolve around a single person, it makes you more intriguing. You become someone worth discovering, rather than someone who gives everything away too easily. Physical health is another non-negotiable. A strong, healthy body impacts confidence, mental resilience, and overall well-being. Exercise isn't just about aesthetics. It's about energy, vitality, and discipline. When you commit to physical health, you naturally carry yourself with greater confidence. And when she sees that transformation, she'll notice the difference. You'll exude a renewed energy, one that is magnetic. Taking care of your body also strengthens your mind. It reinforces self-respect, showing that you prioritize your well-being. That kind of dedication is captivating, and it sends a message that you value yourself at the highest level. At the end of the day, navigating distance isn't about games or manipulation. It's about holding on to your sense of self. High-value men don't chase. They don't beg for attention. Instead, they remain grounded in who they are. They embrace the silence, invest in themselves, and master their emotions. They reconnect with their passions, strengthen their social circle, and set new goals. They cultivate a sense of mystery and prioritize their health. By doing this, they don't just handle distance with confidence. They elevate themselves in the process. And in that elevation, they naturally attract the right people into their lives. So if you find yourself in this situation, remember, your value doesn't diminish just because someone steps back. You have control over your growth, your happiness, and your direction. And when you fully embrace that, the right people will always be drawn to you. Stay strong, stay focused, and keep evolving.